Well, as luck would have it, it's time for another Great American Stampin' Show video. This one is Season 3, sketch number 3 from page 22 of the annual catalog. Oh my word, this has been so much fun, and we are only on the 3rd sketch. We have 22 minus 3 is 19 more to go. So stay tuned every week until we get through with all 22 sketches from the annual catalog. Congrats, big congrats to Jody for winning last week. Wow, she did a Christmas card, and my brain is not really in Christmas yet, but I'm gonna have to rethink it after her smashing success last week. But this week, I'm ready to show you the next sketch, and I really hope I win your vote. Get that like button ready, and if you like it, let's hear it. I guess that's about it. Should we see what I've got here? Let's go. Sketch number 3 from the annual catalog, page 22, looks like this. And what a fun design this is. I love these sketches. They really take out a lot of the frustration of stamping. You know, sometimes stamping and creating can be so fun and just easy going. Other times it's like, this card just doesn't look right and I can't figure out why. Well, when you use these templates, it takes a lot of that guesswork out. I'm loving it. So for this one, it's just a full card size, 5.5 by 4.25. Then each of these 3 long skinny panels I have identified to be 1 inch by 4.25. So you can see that there. So I've just drawn this really nice to make it easy. If you want to create along with me, there you go. So I'm going to have 3 of those. And then one other twist that I'm going to do, well, I'll get to that. So that's it. This is really simple. And then a circle, I'm going to use a circle punch here. I actually have 2 on my desk. I have the 1 3/4 inch circle punch and then the 2 inch circle punch. So here are all the products that I'm dealing with. Ooh, how fun and colorful is this? Let's see, rainbow adhesive backed dots. Those will be the last thing that I do. Got a little bit of black baker's twine, real red card, and I'm going to put my template out of the way a little bit too so that it doesn't bother me. And then a little bit of basic white and some basic black. And then these are sort of the magic item in the bunch. And I just wanted you to take a look and see all the different options here in this pack of paper. What is this pack of paper called? That's a great question. It's called Full of Life 6x6 Designer Series paper. And there are just so many cool options in this pack of paper that would work for this template. But I am going to use this one right here. This beautiful rainbow. So what I'm going to do is just cut a piece that covers the front of my card. And so with that in mind, I'm going to do just a little bit less because I want a little bit of red on the outside. And so I'll go ahead and do that. Let's see, let's do that 4 inches wide. And then I think I'll cut the red part off and do this part 5.25. Okay, and I'm going to keep that piece because I just might use it for a bit of embellishing. Keep this one too, of course, because that can definitely be used for something else. Okay, here we've got real red card. This piece I'll put down right here. That looks amazing. Okay, I think I'm going to do dimensionals on everything. Oh, it is hard to put this piece down though because it's really so unique and fun. I love all those little blocks. In fact, that's inspiring to me to maybe copy that and make little squares at some point. Need to flip that over. This card is so fun and easy. Like, you probably literally could make this right along with me. Punching out a 2-inch black, basic black punch. And let's see, then I'm going to have, these are my 3 long skinny pieces. I'm just going to keep them basic white like that. And I'm going to just do, well, I don't know, I think I'll just do dimensionals. I could do strips on these, but they don't necessarily need to be like a solid platform. So I'll just do 2 dimensionals on each to hold them in place. Now the trickiest part with this is getting them centered well. So I'm just going to take a second to make sure that I'm getting those lined up nicely, because I want them to be equidistant to the middle. Now if I wanted to do it perfectly, I could put this right in the middle. Well, it needs to be over a little bit though, because it's 4 1/4. I think that's the middle, so I've got it right on the crosshatch of my, well actually it's too tall, but that part's not as hard. It's harder to get it right in the middle. There we go, that looks close enough. I mean, no one's gonna get a ruler out and check me, are they? Oh, I hope not. That's taking the fun out of crafting right there. Okay, finally. Okay, what do you think about that? It's kind of like reverse, because usually you have the white in the back and then the color on top. So I'm keeping things interesting over here. Okay, now for the fun stuff. I've got my memento and I'm going to stamp. Oh, I didn't show which stamp set I'm using. Sending Love. Oh, I just love this stamp set and I haven't used it enough. So I'm going to give it a little more love today. I'm going to use this one. A little note to say, I miss you. Oh, and I mean, this is so fun too. All the different decorations that this stamp set has that you can put on envelopes. I love that. Really can make a fun creation. Okay, this one, I'm going to punch it out with the 1 3/4 inch circle, which leaves a little bit of a border, which looks nice. Okay, and then the last little thing I want to do is take my Real Red stamp pad and take this adorable little heart from the same stamp set. This stamp set's cool. Let's look at it again. It's got this heart, and then it's got these little ones too that are just outlines. So, oh, and the heart here at the top. So it makes sense. Sending Love is appropriate. Now I know that this is like a little bit crooked because I put the sticker on a little bit wrong. So I'm just going to test it out, make sure I know how to get the heart nice and straight, and that looks perfect. So again, stamp off, and now I'm going to just stamp right in the middle of I miss you. Aw, look at that. I didn't want to do it full strength because that might compete with the black ink on Miss You, so instead I did it like that. Okay, now this is ready to go here inside my black circle. Okay, looking good. And now, okay, so this one is going to go right there. Time to check the template again and see how we're doing. All right, looking pretty good. Now, before I stick this down though, I want to take care of the twine that's there. And that's what I'm going to use this piece for. So I'm going to stick this across like this because I cut that red off, which was really sad. So instead I'm going to put this piece across that way. And that will, whoop, give some stability to the twine that I am going to use, the baker's twine. Okay, now I realize that I should not have put my DSP to the card yet. I was a little over anxious about that. I needed to wait until I wrapped my baker's twine, but you know what? I didn't. I was too anxious, and instead of tearing it all apart, I decided just to feed it through behind my designer series paper, because honestly I do this about every time I wrap something like this. I mean, it's just a common thing for me. So like I could tear it apart and pretend like I remembered to do it beforehand, but I didn't. So instead I will show you a hack. Here's a way to improvise. I mean, I've stabbed holes in the side of the card to feed things through before. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do to make it happen. So there we go, and so now I've wrapped it twice, and then I kind of want to offset it. Let's see, this one is a little short maybe, so let's feed it back around this way, and now we're ready to tie our bow. The thing that I did well on this was I did leave enough tail or leeway, whatever you call it, extra on my twine, so I can go ahead and tie a nice bow now. That was winning right there. I don't often do that. A lot of times I have to cut an extra piece of twine to get the project done, so that's kind of silly. Okay, so tie a little bow. Ugh, cute. This looks so cute. And let's see, I need to just cut that tail. Okay, we are cruising right along. Last thing I need here is a little bit of dimensional business for this. And instead of sticking it down to this, I'm going to just hold it here, and I know I'm going to have 4 dimensionals rather than, if I get them in between, they may fall down in between the 2 white pieces and stick, and then things are kind of skiwampus. So I'll just stick it down right there where I know it's going to stay. And look at this. Okay, now on the template, the circle is kind of hanging off a little bit, so I'll have it lean over that way a little bit, but the dimensional is actually too far this way, so I'll just improvise. Let's see. Make it work. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Love it. So happy. Okay, last step. Let's get a couple of these adorable little dots, and I'll just stick a few around here. How about one down here? And we need one of these big ones for sure. And then maybe one more of the smaller ones right there. And my friends, I am finished with sketch number 3, Great American Stampin' Show, Season 3, Episode 3. Hey, 3 by 3. I hope you like this. If you do, you know what to do. Thumbs up on my video. You know my competitors, man, they are tough. And but I gotta say, this is a really bright and happy card. And so if you find it bright and happy or usable or anything you like, let's have a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate your time, and I hope this was inspiring in some way for your own crafting, that you're enjoying your own DIY time making beautiful things to send to others. Okay, see you next week. Bye-bye.